children, last class we started to discuss about what is that? Measurement, isn't it? And you all know the importance of accurate or correct measurement also. When we stitch a cloth, we used to take the tailors, they used to take the measurement. For what? For stitching the cloth properly, isn't it? If it is so loose and if it is so tight, can we use it? No. So this accurate measurement is very or correct measurement is very important. And the last class we also discussed about the international system of unit also. That is, some units are widely accepted all over the world. And what's that? SI unit. Tell me the full form of SI unit. System A, international, T, units, right? So that is the full form of SI unit. It's a French term. Okay. So, and we know that the SI unit for length or distance is what? Meter. Then what about the mass, the weight? Kilogram. Then what about the time? Second. Then what about the, the temperature? It's the Kelvin. Clear? So, today we are going to study the units for measuring length. What is that? Units for measuring length. Okay. So, what is actually the length? What do you mean by the length? It is the distance between 2 points. Just observe. If I want to calculate the distance of this board, length of this board, so what should I do? I can take a scale and just mark it here and find out the, how many centimeters are there. I can hold it here, then I can mark it here, then again I can take the scale and I can again calculate. Clear? So see, this is a way. So that is actually the length. It is distance between 2 points. That is actually the length. And the SI unit for length, it is what? SI unit of length, it is the meter. SI unit for length is the meter. And there are so many multiple units are there for calculating the length. Multiple decimals are there. We can call it as what? Multiple decimals are there. In the mathematics, you have already studied about it. Multiple decimals are there for the meter. All the time we are not using the term meter. Instead of that, you are using some other terms also. So, before going to further discussion, please take the scale. Those who don't have the scale, I'll just give you some time to go and get it fast. Scale I want. Okay, so I have this scale with me. Hope it is clear. Yes. So look at your scale. I hope many of you are having the small scale with you. Am I right? Yes. So just look at the scale and observe. One unit is written there. What is that unit? Can you see cm there? Cm. What is that? What is that? Centimeter. What is that? Centimeter. See. So how many centimeters are marked there in here? In your scale, how many centimeters are there? I think many of your scales it is nearly 15, isn't it? So in my scale, I could see 46 centimeter as it's a long scale. So depending upon the length of the scale, of course, you could see that it can also changes. So here I could see 46. Hope it is clear. 46. The length of my scale is 46 centimeter. And your scale, depending upon the length, it can changes. Okay. Yes. So just observe the scale very carefully. In between the centimeters, you could see 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I right? Are you looking? Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You can see, isn't it? Sorry. In between this 1, 2, 3 and 4, can you see any lines? In between that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, can you see some small lines? Yes. Yes. So how many lines are there in between this 1 and 2? You can see one big mark and 2. So how many small lines are there in between these two? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Isn't it? How many lines are there in between 1 and 2? How many lines are there? 10. So, between 1 centimeter and 2 centimeter, how many small lines are there? 10 lines are there. This we know, cm, it is not the chief minister, it is the centimeter. Okay, centimeter. So, in between the centimeters, we could see smaller lines. They can be called as what? Mm or otherwise millimeter. You know, observe it once again. In between these lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can see smaller lines. And first we count 1, 2, 3, 4. In between, that fifth line will be a little bit bigger, isn't it? Then again 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again the next centimeter. So in between 1 centimeter we could see 10 small lines and they are known as the millimeter. In between 1 centimeter you can see 10 small lines and they are known as what? Millimeter. So 1 centimeter equal to how many millimeter? Absolutely right. 10 millimeter. 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. It's very clear in your scale. It's very clear. That is 1 centimeter equal to 10 millimeter. Hope it is clear. Those who haven't seen, just look the scale very carefully. Okay. Then, can you see another marking in your scale? Just take the, okay, of course here it is marked 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you see some more marking there in the scale? It's very clear in the scale. Another lines can you see? This actually the centimeter. Then another line. Observe your scale carefully. Can you see some lines are there? Another values are marked there. It is the, you can see inch. Inch. Another lines. One side you can see what? Centimeter. Another side just here one side and this is here. You could see what? Another lines are there. Hope you all can see that. That is the inch. So in my scale I could see 18 inch are there. How many inches are there? 18 inches, and you should note that 1 inch equal to 2.54 centimeter. That is the calculation. 1 inch equal to 2.54 centimeters. In the last class, I told you about the inch. You know, earlier time, people, how did they calculate the inch? It is the, yes, the width of the thumb. That is the actually the inch that they calculated, but now the situation has changed completely. Now what is 1 inch? It is 2.54 centimeter. And when we observe in some situations, people, they don't use the centimeter. They use the term inch only. 5 inches, 6 inches. Likewise only. So 1 inch equal to how many centimeter? So you should know 1 inch equal to 2.54 centimeter. Clear? 1 inch equal to how many centimeter? 2.54 centimeter. So in our scale we can see the centimeter as well as the inch. Both are clearly given in the scale that we use. Clear? And in between the centimeters, you have seen the smaller lines. They are known as the millimeter. And 1 centimeter equal to how many millimeters? 10 millimeters. So they are the decimal multiples of meter. Meter is the SI unit and it's a correct unit, but we often don't use the meter all the time. For measuring the smaller distances, very clearly, for measuring the smaller distances, we are using what? We can use centimeter as well as the millimeter. For measuring the smaller distances, we often, of course, if you want to measure the length of this board, I can use the centimeter. Okay, not millimeter. Millimeter is the smallest distance, and below that also there. Micromillimeter, don't think about it, that you will study when you go to higher classes. Now you just understand millimeter. 10 millimeters equal to 1 centimeter. Okay, and this millimeter and centimeter, they're often used for calculating the smaller distances. small distances. If the teacher asks you to draw a line of length 2 centimeter and a square, what is actually square? Yes, 4 sides are equal. So teacher asks you to draw a square of length 4 centimeter, then 4 sides 4 centimeter, and the triangle, 2 sides are equal sometimes, and 3 sides are equal. So in that it's of rectangle, 2 sides are equal. Then like what teacher may ask you to draw, okay, you can draw a rectangle, length 3 centimeter, breadth 1 centimeter, or length 5 centimeter, breadth 3 centimeter. Okay, so likewise now you are of course using the 4 smaller distances, measuring the length. You are often using the term centimeter and the millimeter, smallest one, millimeter. Clear? And inch, of course, it is also an accurate or correct measurement, inch, but it is not the SI unit. It is not widely accepted all over the world. It is, we know inch very clearly. 1 inch is 2.54 centimeter. In our scale, it is clearly marked. But when we go to the higher, any other country and tell them, I want, draw a line of 5 inches or 2 inches, they don't know what it is. They will ask, what? Yes. So the inch is not widely accepted. It is not the universal, or it is not the SI unit. And millimeters and centimeters are used for measuring smaller distances. Then for what we are using the term meter? For what? For measuring what? Yes, when we want to stitch cloth, then we go to the textile shop and ask the the shop the salesman or the sales girl to give you, okay, I want to stitch a frock, so please give me 3 meters cloth. We don't say I want 3 centimeters cloth or 3 millimeter. No, they may laugh at you if you ask like this. In such situations, for measuring the length of the cloth, we are often use what? Meter. Then actually what is meter? How many centimeters? 100 centimeter. It is equal to 1 meter. What is 1 meter? 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. 10 millimeter equal to 1 centimeter. Just see the way it increases. 10 millimeter equal to 1 centimeter. 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. Okay, so if you want to buy 80 centimeters cloth, definitely we can say I want 80 meter for stitching, the 90 centimeters for stitching the blouse. Okay, that much I need, and for stitching the frock I need 3 meters. Likewise we can ask. Don't say, go to the shop and say, I want 300 centimeters. Actually, you are right. 300 centimeters is right. But when we go to the shop and say, no, they may laugh at you, because that is not the way of telling it. 3 meters. Simple. 1 hour 60 minutes. 2 hours 120 minutes. Then so you are okay, tomorrow you are supposed to write an examination. It's an example only, you don't have exam tomorrow. Then you may ask teacher, what about the time? Then I say 2 hours. Can I say 120 minutes? It is right, absolutely, 120 minutes is right. But we often say what? We often say what? 2 hours. Exam you are supposed to write. Or 1 hour exam, we don't write 60 minutes. Both are right, absolutely right. If you say 120 minutes, it is right, but normal usage we say what? 2 hours only. Similarly, when you go to the shop and you please don't say that I want 400 meters cloth. Actually, you need 400 centimeters cloth. Actually, it is right. You want 4 meter, but instead of that, you are telling 400 centimeters. It is right, but that is not the way. We are supposed to use what? 4 meter. Clear? Yes. So for measuring the length of the room, you are using the term meter. And if you are now, I hope you are sitting in your room and watching the class. Then if somebody asks you to measure the length of the room, what will you do? Will you go and take the scale and just start measuring? 2 ways we can use. One is that by foot, how many feet, 5 feet or 6 feet we can say. And otherwise, different tapes are there for measurement. Tapes are there. And for for taking the measurement of your dress, I hope you have seen this tape, isn't it? This tape is used for measuring the length and width of your body. Often the tailors, they use this type of tape. Hope you all have seen it. I hope it is clear. And For measuring the length of the room, if you don't have any other option, you can use this also. But please don't use the scale for measuring the length of the room, or don't use scale for measuring the length of your body or the size. You know, the measurement for taking for stitching the cloth. Please don't use the scale for measuring. It will be look awkward when you do it. So different types of measuring aids are there. This is one thing. Another thing for measuring the land, you know, another type of tape is available. And you know, scales are used for measuring the smaller distances. Hope it is clear. Yes. And I would like to give you an activity. Hope you all are having an instrument box with you. Actually, now I don't have an instrument box, so it is your duty to measure the length, height, breadth. You're supposed to write take the measurement by using the scale you can use, or anything you can use. Length of the instrument box, height of the instrument box, and breadth of the instrument box. Hope you know what you know when we draw the rectangle, you know, length and the breadth, isn't it? Just imagine this is a rectangle. Okay. So what is the length? This is the length. And what about this? This is the breadth. Am I right? Clear? Okay. Then what about the height? Length, actually, this I will show this book. This way I can measure the length. Just imagine, just I keep the book here. Okay. So the length of the book is this. When I keep it horizontally, that is the length. Then what about this? This is the height. Clear the terms? Straight it is the height. When I keep it like this, it is the length, and breadth, you know, the thickness of the book, that is the breadth. Okay, so likewise, instrument box, you can just measure the length of the instrument box, height of the instrument box, and breadth of the instrument box. And you should write, for example, if the length of the instrument box is 5 centimeter, 3 millimeters. Sometimes it may also happen 5 centimeters and 3 millimeter. Please don't write like this. You are supposed to write 5.3 centimeter. Hope it is clear. When you take the measurement, sometimes you may get what, the 4 centimeters or 1 millimeter, or 3 centimeters, 2 millimeter. It can come. That time, please don't write like this. You should write in centimeters only. How? If it is 5 centimeter and 3 millimeter, you should write what? 5.3 centimeter. Don't write millimeter there. 5.3 centimeter. So you should take the measurement of the length of the, take the measurement, length, height, and breadth of your instrument box. And take the photo, or you just write the value and send to me through WhatsApp. Okay, children? Yes, you should do it. Okay. Yes. So you know, different measurements are used for measuring different distances, and you know, the higher decimals are there for the meter. Then if I ask you, can you tell me the distance between Vizhinjam and Eastfort? Then what will be your answer? In kilometers, isn't it? Will you tell that in meters? Teacher, maybe I think 13-14 kilometers nearly. So 14 to 15, I think. So can I say in centimeters or meters that distance? No, that large distances are always measured in what? Kilometer. What is that? Kilometer. Large distances are measured in what? Kilometer. We don't say that. And how many meters 1 kilometer? 1000 meter equal to 1 kilometer. 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. 10 millimeter equal to 1 centimeter. Very interesting. 10 millimeter equal to 1 centimeter. 100 centimeter equal to 1 meter. 100 meter equal to 1000 meters equal to 1 kilometer. Clear about it? Yes. So if the distance is 3 or 4 kilometer, will I say 4,000 meters? It is right, but normally we don't say that. We say what? 4 kilometers. So this is very short. No, we can say. Of course, you must have seen only 200 meters to go. That of course, in some name boards are there. If you are traveling, you can see on the roadsides different name boards are there. To Trivandrum this many kilometers, and to Kollam this many kilometers. And if you are reaching that particular area, then you can see only 200 meters or 100 meters. That of course, but if it is a large measurement, definitely we should use what? Kilometers, especially the distance between the places. We denote what? In what? Not in meters, not in centimeters, not in millimeters, then what? We can denote it in what? Kilometers. There's another decimal unit of what? Meter. Smallest units, millimeter, centimeter. Highest decimal unit, it is what? Kilometer, for taking the measurement of larger distances. Hope it is clear? Yes. Now it is better. Now you take the textbook. Take the textbook, page number 135. Please take page number 135. Hope you have taken page number 135. So you could see an activity there. The correct way of using a measuring scale. How to measure the length of something. Only one of the ways used to measure the length of the pencil is correct. It is given 3 different ways to find out the length of that pencil. First one, see how the pencil is kept. Just observe the second picture. Just observe the third one. Just go through these 3 very carefully and tell me which one is the correct position. Just observe first one. Back is little bit, extended there. Second one, absolutely correct way. Third one also, in the middle only it was kept. Just observe the 3. So which one is the correct one? B. Then what's the length of your pencil? You can find out the length of the pencil by using this method. But be very careful that while we keep the thing for taking the measurement, it should be kept properly, and please don't look from sides. If you keep something, look from the top. Likewise, you are supposed to look. If you want to take the measurement of any objects, okay, just keep like this and don't look from the sides. If you look from the sides, definitely the value will be changed. If you want to take the correct measurement after keeping the thing properly, yes, look from up. Then you will get the correct measurement. So in this picture, it is the B is the correct answer. So if you want to take the measurement, then you should be very thorough that it should be taken. The thing should be kept very easily. Not only that, it should be arranged properly also, then only you will get the correct measurement. Then one more activity is there that also you can go through it. You can make a measuring string. Very simple. Take a 1 meter long string. You can take a thread, 1 meter long thread. You can take Nooler. You can take it, and it should be light color. Noolille, yarn. You can take it. Tie a knot at one end. Tie means what? Cut or side. We can just tie a knot at one ring, and using a scale, mark centimeters on the string. It is very clearly given in the textbook. Keep a scale. Just keep the scale down or on the book or wherever you like, and take a long thread. Tie one end of the thread. Just tie the one end of the thread. Then keep it on the scale. Then mark the mark centimeters by using the color pencil or sketch pen. You can mark 1, 2, 3, 4 likewise. So long, 1 meter. In the scale you are having, maybe if the small scale only 15 centimeter. If the big scale, of course you are having the long, but here you are supposed to use, use 1 meter long thread. Then you can mark, then keep that thread on the scale clearly, then mark 1 centimeter. By using the red color or any dark color sketch pen, you can mark it. Then 2 centimeter, 3 centimeter. Then up to how many? Then 1 meter, how many centimeters are there? 100 centimeters. Up to that you can mark it there. Then you can use that string, that string for taking the measurement of anything. Okay, very comfortably. Instead of carrying the scale, you can just try it, and by using that string you are supposed to do another activity. You know what it is? Yes, next page number 136. Use the measuring string to measure the boundary of each of the figures given below. Boundary means what? Outermost part. The measurement will not be always in centimeters exactly. In such cases, measure the last portion of the string in millimeters with the help of a scale. Okay, that is very true. In the string, you are not marking the millimeters. Are you marking the millimeters there? No, you are marking only the centimeters. That time, no. Sometimes if it is more, then you can use the scale for that small distance. മനസ്സിലായോ? ഒരു നൂലെടുത്തിട്ട് നൂലൊരു സൈഡ് കെട്ട് വയ്ക്കാം, എന്നിട്ട് ആ നൂല് കറക്റ്റായിട്ട് സ്കെയിലിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് ആ നൂലിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ നമ്മൾ എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, 1 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ ലൈനിൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ വെച്ചിട്ട് നല്ല ഡാർക്ക് സ്കെച്ച് വെച്ച് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. 2ൻ്റെ മുകളിൽ വെച്ച് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം, 3 വെച്ചിട്ട് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. സോ ആസ് യു ആർ ടേക്കിംഗ് ദ 1 മീറ്റർ ഒരു 100 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റേഴ്സ് വരെ സ്കെയിൽ മാറ്റി മാറ്റി വെച്ചിട്ട് ചെയ്യാം. Scale, of course, depending upon the length, 15, 20, 60 centimeters only can be seen. So what we can do, അത് മാറ്റി വെച്ച് നിയർലി ഒരു 1 മീറ്റർ വരെ ഒരു 100 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റേഴ്സ് കിട്ടുന്ന വരെ നിങ്ങൾ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യുക. Afterwards, you can, by using that thread, you are supposed to take the measurement of these two objects. അപ്പോൾ മെഷർ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ ഡെഫിനറ്റ്ലി ചിലപ്പം എല്ലാം സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റേഴ്സ് മാത്രമാവില്ല, സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റേഴ്സ് ചിലപ്പം ഷോർട്ട് കുറച്ചും കൂടി വരും. സോ ദാറ്റ് വിൽ ബി മില്ലിമീറ്റേഴ്സ്. അത് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കറക്റ്റ് അറിയണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, ആ ടൈമിൽ യു ക്യാൻ യൂസ് ദ സ്കെയിൽ. മറ്റ് ത്രെഡ് വെച്ച് ചെയ്യാം. ത്രെഡിനെക്കാട്ടും ഇച്ചിരി, അതായത് സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റേഴ്സ് മാത്രമേ നമ്മൾ ത്രെഡിൽ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ. മില്ലിമീറ്റേഴ്സ് വേണമെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം, എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം, ഓക്കെ, കുറച്ചൊരു സ്കെയിൽ എടുത്തിട്ട് അത് മാത്രം ഒന്ന് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യുക അതിനകത്ത്. അപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് യു ഷുഡ് take the measurement and take the photo of this page. Measurement എടുത്തിട്ട് you can take the photo of this page and send to me. Okay, നൂലിൻ്റെതും വേണം. I want to know whether you had made it or not. So make a thread. ത്രെഡൊക്കെ എടുത്ത് ഇതൊക്കെ മെഷർ ചെയ്ത് നിങ്ങൾ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്ത ത്രെഡിൻ്റെ ഫോട്ടോ എനിക്ക് വേണം. along with that I want this too also. Hope it is clear. Thread picture also I want. നിങ്ങൾ ത്രെഡ് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്ത് എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് മനസ്സിലായെന്ന് ഞാൻ വിചാരിക്കുന്നു. ആദ്യം ഒരു നൂലെടുക്കുക, ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത് നൂലിന് ഒരു ഭാഗത്ത് എന്ത് ചെയ്യുക, കെട്ടി വയ്ക്കുക കറക്റ്റ്. കാരണം അത് ആ പൊസിഷൻ മാറി പോകാണ്ടിരിക്കാൻ അവിടെ നിന്ന് അങ്ങോട്ട് 1 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം, 2 സെൻറ്റിമീറ്റർ മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം, ലൈക്ക് വൈസ് ലോങ് ആയിട്ട് മാർക്ക് ചെയ്യാം. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് 1 മീറ്ററോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് as you wish എടുക്കാം. എന്നിട്ട് എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം, ആ ത്രെഡ് വെച്ചിട്ട് ഈ 2 എന്താ പറയുക പിക്ചേഴ്സിൻ്റെതും അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫിഗേഴ്സിൻ്റെതും ബൗണ്ടറി നിങ്ങൾ മെഷർ ചെയ്യാം. ആൻഡ് if smaller measurements are there, you can use a scale. Then you should write the measurements and you should take the photo of this page along with the thread that you have made. That I want to see. Not only the measurement മാത്രം പോരാ, നിങ്ങൾ ആ നൂല് ചെയ്തു എന്ന് എനിക്ക് അറിയണം. So that also you are supposed to do it and send to my personal WhatsApp. The last date I am not telling. You can take your own time, but as early as possible send to me. Okay, children. So hope it is clear about the length for the unit for measuring the length. Okay, now we can move on to the certain rules are there for writing the SI unit. Certain rules are there, very very important. We cannot write the SI unit as we wish. Mainly 4 rules are there for writing the SI unit. First one, the unit for SI unit, the symbol for SI unit is written in small letters. It's very very important. Symbol for SI unit, it is written in what? Small letters, or the unit is with small letters. But if that unit is named after a scientist, normal unit, for example, meter, kilometer, centimeter, this all you can write. This is simple. We are not writing the full form here. Simple only. Meter short form M, then kilometer, km, cm. That you can write in small letters only. But if the unit is named after a scientist, hope you remember last class I told you about Kelvin. Kelvin is the unit for measuring the temperature. Kelvin is the name of a scientist. So that we can't write, we could write what? K. K for what? Kelvin. Another example, Joule. It is the unit for measuring what? Joule is a unit for measuring energy. That is also a name of a scientist. Scientistന്റെ പേരാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് അതിൽ simple should be written only in capital letter. Otherwise, you know kilogram. Kilogram, you could say kg. Gram, g. Second, minute. These all are short forms. Very easily we can write. So the simple for the SI unit is written in small letters. But if it is named after a scientist, it should be written in what? Capital letter. That's the first rule you should follow while writing the SI unit. Second rule, when the full form is used, when the full form is used, the symbols are written in small letters. For example, meter, kilometer. You can write like this also. Don't think that namukku simple മാത്രമല്ല ഇങ്ങനെ full form-ലും എഴുതാം. When we write the full form, it should be written in small letters. Then you may have a doubt. If it is named after a scientist, what should we do? There also you should write in what? Small letter. അവിടെ Kelvin ആണെങ്കിലും Joule ആണെങ്കിലും full form എഴുതാണെങ്കിൽ you should write in what? Small letters. Another important rule. When it is in capital letter, if it is named after a, when we are writing the simple, all the symbols should be written in small letters. But if it is named after a scientist, it is written in what? Capital letter. But when we are writing, the symbol is writing in small letters. Even though it is named after a scientist, all the symbols are written in what? Small letters. See, Kelvin ആണെങ്കിലും Joule ആണെങ്കിലും no exception. Full form is, if you are writing the full form, it should be written in what? It should be written in what? Small letters. Clear? Next we can move on to the third rule. A simple form unit is not written in plural. Simple means what? For example, meter. What we write? M on, isn't it? So, if it is 5 meters, I want 3 meters cloth. Then how will you write 3 meter? Don't write what meters, it is wrong. Or we can't write what ms, it is wrong. Then what we should write there? 3 meter only. But if you are writing in full form, 3 meters. Hope that's the difference. നമ്മൾ ഷോർട്ട് ഫോം വെച്ച് എഴുതുവാണെങ്കിൽ 3 മീറ്റർ ആണെങ്കിലും 10 മീറ്റർ ആണെങ്കിലും നമ്മൾ എം മാത്രമേ എഴുതത്തുള്ളൂ. ബട്ട് നമ്മളത് ഫുൾ ഫോമിൽ എഴുതുവാണെങ്കിൽ ഇഫ് 3 മീറ്റേഴ്സോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ 10 മീറ്റേഴ്സോ പറയുവാണെങ്കിൽ അതിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? പ്ലൂറൽ. യു നോ വാട്ട് ഇസ് സിംഗുലർ ആൻഡ് വാട്ട് ഇസ് പ്ലൂറൽ? ഇഫ് യു ആഡ് എസ് then it becomes what? Plural, isn't it? Yes. അപ്പോൾ മീറ്റർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ സിംഗിൾ. 1 meter we can say 1 meter. 3 meters. അപ്പോൾ ഷോർട്ട് ഫോമിൽ എഴുതുവാണെങ്കിൽ എന്താണ്? 1 മീറ്ററും 2 മീറ്ററും എല്ലാം എം മാത്രം മതി. നമ്മൾ ഫുൾ ഫോമിൽ എഴുതുവാണെങ്കിൽ what we should do? 1 meter, 2 meters. Okay, 1 kilogram, 3 kilograms. മീറ്റർ മാത്രമല്ല, kilograms. 1 kilogram, 2 kg. But full form എഴുതുമ്പോൾ എങ്ങനെയാണ്? 2 kilograms. Clear? So this is about the third rule. What is that? A symbol for unit is written in small letters. But we cannot use what? A plural. We can't use plural. We can write should be in singular only. But if you write in the full form, then it should be what? Plural. And last rule. A simple is never written in the end with full stop. For example, a symbol is never written in the end with full stop. For example, after 1 meter, please don't put the full stop. This material is 1 meter length. After 1 meter, please don't put the full stop. Where we can put the full stop? At the end. At the end, usually we can. Normally, no, at the end of any sentence, we put the full stop. Likewise, we can put the full stop. But if this symbol is in the middle of the sentence, please don't put what? Full stop. If it is in the middle of the sentence, don't put what? Full stop. If it appears at the end of the sentence only, we can. If the symbol is at the end of the sentence, then we can put the full stop. Usually no, at the end of any sentence we usually put what? Full stop. Clear? Yes. So these are the 4 important rules you should follow while writing the SI unit. First one, the symbol or the SI unit is written in small letters, but if it is named after a scientist, it is written in what? Capital letter. Good. Second, the symbol for the unit, the full form, you can write in small letters even if it is named after a scientist. Scientist's പേരിലുള്ള യൂണിറ്റ് ആണെങ്കിൽ പോലും നമ്മൾ full form എഴുതാണെങ്കിൽ it should be in small letter. Third one, yes, the symbol, you know that at the end of the symbols you are not supposed to put the full stop. But if it is at the end of the sentence, definitely you can put the full stop. Another one, the symbol for the, SI unit, we cannot write in plural. Symbols cannot be written in plural, but full forms we can use the plural. The meter, 5 meters. Short form and 5m only. If it is 5 meters, you can write what is. So these are the main 4 rules you are supposed to follow while writing the SI unit. So today we have discussed about the different unit for measuring the length: millimeter, centimeter, meters and kilometer. Then next we discussed about the important rules to be followed while writing the SI unit. Then I hope it is clear. Then I ask you to do some activities also. Kindly do the activities and send to me. After releasing of this class, I'll wait for nearly 2 weeks. Okay, after releasing this class, I will wait for 2 weeks. By that time, please send the assignments. Okay, you take the photo and I want to see it. Clear, my dear children? If any doubt is there, please contact me through WhatsApp. If any doubt, you are free to ask me, clarify the doubt and then do the activity. Clear? If any doubt is there, you are always free to contact me. Okay, my dear children? Until we meet in the next class, it's bye from me. Take care.